All right, we've now started streaming. We are going to be streaming something that is not on the screen at the moment because or why? A window capture. There we go. It's on the stream now. Ta-da. All right. So, we're now streaming, AJ.
All right.
Okay. So, we can do this before we start. And if there's any VOD watchers at all in the future at all, we will be discussing spoilers about Attack on Titan. That are general anime spoilers that we're going to be covering in the video. We're going to be discussing this video and whether or not it's clickbait.
I'm reckoning it is indeed.
I reckon it is clickbait. Well, we haven't watched the video, so we're going to find out together. We're going to be discussing it.
It's just the title seems like one of those titles that leans so heavy one way that it's like over the top, I guess. It doesn't seem like this is going to be his real. It seems like it's going to be like a bait and switch, you know. Oh, I wish I never saw Attack on Titan because everything after it just seems like pointless.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that too in the title, because it's something like, oh, I want to see someone to click it because they have a different opinion of me because everyone else is probably like, Attack on Titan is the best anime that's ever come out. I love Marley. I love small little Sasha girl, whatever her name was. I forgot the kids' names at this point. Falco's pretty cool. He's Falco.
I
Um,
think fuck, I lost it.
I don't know. I
this
I
this
what was her
this could
name
be good.
again? It was like I just know her as
You said
Sasha girl.
Sasha. The s- again, spoilers. It's in the description, but the one that killed Sasha was Gabby.
Uh, there you go. That's her name. I forgot her name.
Hey, let's hit a just kind of start the video real quick. I just want to see if the audio is good on the
I wish
video
I never saw Attack on Titan.
because I've been listening
No,
to our
this is
voices to
not a
make sure they're
joke.
pretty
I
balanced.
absolutely stand with this statement. Attack on Titan is like nothing I had ever seen before. All of its characters, its world building, and down to the way the
All
show
right, yeah,
handles
that's pretty
set
good.
pieces,
All
all
right,
of this
bet.
makes for something that, if given the
All right,
chance, I
I'm
would
gonna
absolutely take to
get out of
unsee
YouTube and
all of
just
it
watch.
and wipe it
Okay, so
completely from my memory.
let's start it over.
This is me.
And we
Huh.
gotta be
Uh
careful. It's not a You gotta be careful about watching other people's videos, even if we're talking over it,
huh.
because even if YouTube doesn't flag it, if this guy watches our video that might get like 2 views on it and decides that, hey, I don't like these guys talking about my video, uh, he could try and copyright us or copyright claim
That
us.
is scummy. Why does YouTube allow this?
Well, it's not like it won't do anything if we fight back on it, because I mean, it was the same thing with the Amazon Rings of Power video
Mhm.
where they tried to copyright claim us for that,
Yeah.
and I literally wrote back like bashing on them. Basically called their TV show garbage, and that we have the right to talk over it and discuss it,
Mhm.
and that makes it transformative, and that they need to back off essentially. But yeah, so they obviously didn't have any grounds, and whatever person in Bangladesh that was looking at my copyright uh,
Jeez.
claim fighting it
Uh-huh.
probably just like skimmed over it, understood a couple of the English words, and like just called it good, and they took off the copyright claim.
Yeah. Makes sense.
But yeah, so I guess let's get it on.
I wish I never saw Attack on Titan. No, this is not a joke. I absolutely stand with this statement. Attack on Titan is like nothing
No,
I
this
had
is
ever
not a
seen
joke, but it will
before.
be
All of its characters, its world building, and
absolutely
down to the way the show handles.
the opposite by the end of the story.
I can already tell by the way he's talking that he's going to be talking good about the show, and he's saying this in a way that is clickbait. Like,
As a disclaimer, I've watched half of this, and like for the first at least for the first half, he talks. He basically praises season 1 through 4.
Uh-huh.
So, and which to me, that to me that's a problem
Yeah.
because we start getting into the Marley arc and all that bullshit. So, and it's not good. The take or the arc or really anything after that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But I will say, like I was saying, I think he's gonna lead by saying, "I wish I never saw it," and then he's probably gonna say something along the lines of, "I wish I never saw it because it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, and it's ruined all other anime for me." Right? That's just, but the general feel that I'm getting just from him talking for like 30 seconds. But I'll see what he says.
set pieces, all of it just makes for something that, if given the chance, I would absolutely take to unsee all of it and wipe it completely from my memory. This is me. Hi, my name is Charles, and as you can see, I'm a huge fan of Marvel and DC, Star Wars, Transformers, and
Wait a minute. If they can copyright us for this, not for us talking not being transformative, how is this transformative if he's just sharing clips of the anime and talking, and we're just talking over him, talking over clips of something? That's just my
these
thing.
It's a
franchises have been
slippery slope.
amazing at capturing the imagination
I don't
of
like how
people
when he
across
put
the
DC
globe.
up,
Growing
he
up with these Western
had
shows
like
made me
Man
jump to
Man of
Attack on
Steel,
Titan quite the
and
shock,
what you'll
considering
learn later
this
is
was
that
my first ever
he's kind of
anime. There was a lot
a
to pick
fan of
up on,
Man
and
of
oh
Steel,
boy,
which is an interesting take.
I don't know anyone that's a fan of that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know a single person that's a fan of that.
I think out of all the DC universe stuff, I think it's maybe the least horrible, possibly. Like as a general movie, I mean,
No.
there's an argument to be
can't
claimed
wait to now
for
share with
the
you why I
character of
wish I had
Superman
never
being destroyed in
seen any of
this
it.
first movie.
If
But
you enjoy the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and to turn on notifications. Thanks.
We're gonna make it through this whole video in one broadcast.
probably not.
I'm going to be talking about
Probably
Attack on
not.
Titan
There's
in
a
two separate
part
chapters,
at the
and
halfway
using these other
point that we
franchises
might
I
just
adore
get,
so much as a point of
might
reference
just
for
blow our
comparison.
brains out at the
Through this, you'll
at
begin
that
to get a
point.
greater idea of my overall thought process on the show as a
Ugh.
whole. Then you'll be able to see my current predicament. Starting with tone, this is a topic I always love to talk about here on the channel. For me, it's where most movies and TV shows go wrong straight out of
Oh, what movie is this?
the gate. Having
Far
moments
From
where
Home.
characters are quipping after
Oh.
every punch or after every
I remember that
emotional
scene.
beat. This is a huge deal breaker for me. Something that most of my favorite Western franchises
Okay, so go ahead and stop it real
frustratingly-
quick.
Mhm.
First of all, can you turn it up just a hair?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so
get right.
as far as like he's making some good points.
Mhm.
Like, what he's going to get into, like basically kind of modern Marvel
Yeah.
movies and TV shows and how ridiculous they are in a sense, and how the tone is all over the place, and the tone doesn't really have a lot of consistency. And like he shows Thor: Love and Thunder, and obviously he's bashing on it, and you'll see him kind of continue to bash on it throughout this video when comparing like modern cinema and Attack on Titan.
Mhm.
Which, if like season 4 and what is going to be the last season of Attack on Titan weren't going to happen, I would agree with them for the most part. If we're just
Yeah.
taking 1 through 3 kind of by itself, I probably wholeheartedly agree with him. But as we know, that's not the case. And like I said, I've watched half this video, and from what I can gather, he has not watched, or I mean, not watched, but read the manga. So I don't think he knows how this story ends, and I don't know if that would change his opinion, depending that we're correct on his opinion, which I feel like we are. But I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm curious to see how people would react to the ending. That's a thing, right? If that would change their view on the series or not, is how it ends. I think something I wish I could just get like a general survey and be like, so what do you think about Attack on Titan right now? And then when the finale comes out, the last episode, everything. I want to see what their reactions would be and what they think about the series at that point. Because there's probably going to be people that don't have their own opinion that are going to be like, oh yeah, I always loved it, because they don't want to hate on Attack on Titan, or it's going to be everyone hates on it, but the minority might be getting drowned out. I would like to hear what every perspective would be like for the ending.
It's kind of like the problem a lot of times is the majority does get drowned out by like the crazed minority, like the small amount of people who get on Twitter, make a bunch of YouTube videos. So it'd be interesting. But all that to say is basically, I'm kind of agreeing with this guy in the beginning. I think
Mhm.
sounds all right to me. So
Wrong. When you actively work at undermining your own story, it leads down a path where, when you eventually try to have that climactic, sincere moment, ultimately, it just doesn't have the impact you're desiring, leaving you in this middle
see,
ground of
just
half laughing and half
like I
being
said,
invested, where we are
he's pretty much going above and beyond to shit on the new Thor movie,
constantly
saying
being
that it's
reminded of things
pretty
that,
much
like,
trash.
oh,
So.
he doesn't like the fact that his name is Ant-Man, ha ha ha, which, yeah, that just sucks.
And on a long enough timeline, everyone becomes a quipster.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
To be able to really stay in the moment is sure, it's risky, but when it pays off, the euphoria is immaculate. The fear is that you will come off as campy or the moment will feel unearned. So instead, when you achieve the character growth that you're desiring, enough to move their arc forward enough, you then play it off with a joke, so ideally, you can cash in on a quick laugh.
Have you seen the Batman, the movie?
Which one?
The one that came out, the newest one.
The one with Robin Pattinson, the Twilight guy?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
Wait, you know what? Actually, I've seen part of it, but not all of it. I've seen part of it.
Yeah. I thought it was a pretty good movie until the last like third. If it had stopped in the cafe, well, I guess you haven't seen it.
I only watched the third part of it, the last third.
You watched the last third?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So where did you start watching it?
I started watching when they're in some kind of like auditorium thing. And there's like a big.
That's not even the last third. That's like the last fifth. That's like the last 20 minutes.
Oh, is it? Oh, dang.
Yeah. That's like, it's almost like a 3-hour movie.
No, no shot. I didn't know that. No, yeah, Nick was just watching it, and I was watching it with them. But I didn't understand what was going on.
Well, I'll be vague. If they had stopped the movie or finished the movie, probably at the cafe scene, that probably would have been like the best time to stop it. I mean, there's like pacing problems because, like, I keep saying, like, there's a lot of pacing problems where Batman is kind of just walking generally. Like, he's just strolling down a dark alleyway, which in some of the scenes is pretty cool and is like saying, like, damn. Is builds a little bit tension and just has a, I don't know, with the score going and everything, it has a feel to it. I don't know how else to explain it. My words are escaping me right now, but it really builds the tone around the movie when you just kind of see him walking around with this very somber tone. It kind of reminds me of The Watchmen. Have you ever watched The Watchmen?
I have not.
God damn it.
I'm not. There's a lot of movies I haven't watched. I'm literally only
Watch The Watchmen. Watch The Watchmen.
All right. Okay. I only ingest like Japanese media at this point.
It's very good. Funny enough, it was directed by Zack Snyder.
Really? Okay, now that's pretty intriguing. I like that.
So, but it's kind of a satirical take on superheroes, and you've seen The Boys, right? Like, you know maybe you haven't seen it, but you know what The Boys is?
I know of The Boys, yes.
Like you've seen Homelander, and like he's basically like a crazy evil Superman,
Yeah, like I know the general idea, even
and
though I
like
never watched it.
and superheroes are like super corporatized in
Mhm.
that, and they're basically like idols and shit, and that like, you just kind of go into like the idea like these superheroes are like the farthest from perfect. Like they're almost worse than your everyday people. Like they're
Mhm.
into drugs and prostitution and all that shit, and they're just highly corporatized. Well, The Watchmen is in a similar fashion takes superheroes and makes them more realistic. Not quite to that extreme, but they're not always good people, and in some cases, like the comedian, they're just awful people. Not
Yeah.
that they may not have their reasons, but they're like just horrible people at times.
Mhm.
Uh, anyways, I almost forgot where I was going with that. What I was saying was the Batman, Robert Pattinson, kind of just walking down alleyways and into crime scenes where people have essentially been had their faces trapped in mouse cages and
Yeah.
shit like that, like saw-like devices.
Mhm.
Uh, with this very somber music in the background, it kind of builds up a lot of tone and suspense, and you're not quite sure what you're walking into. It's just very familiar to like how Zack Snyder directed the Rorschach scenes where Rorschach is walking down New York, and there's like fucking prostitutes throwing themselves at him and
Mhm.
cussing him out and shit. And he's basically just calling this place like a place of crime and villainy, and I mean, he's proven right, but it's pretty cool. I like it. The last the last quarter of the movie is kind of a little overdone, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it. I wasn't really feeling whatever I was watching about it, but then again, I'd never watched from the beginning, so I wasn't able to see anything about it. But well, it's something I probably would have gotten out of my way to go watch. All right, we're gonna continue the
while
video.
you're at it. In their minds, or in the minds of the writers and the people at these studios, this formula is a win-win. But sadly, rarely is this the case. The devil's advocate here is that for the most part, the shows I tend to put on or just enjoy, its target audience is much, much more broad, to say. It's intended to be able to be viewed by people of all ages and demographics, in which the style I've just described has been a proven formula to get the results that companies like Disney or Warner Brothers are after. So when I decide to put on
Well,
Moon Knight or
except
Obi-Wan or
that
any
now, more recently, a lot of Disney products from Lucasfilm to Marvel to basically whatever they produce at this point
Mhm.
has been dropping off like crazy. I mean, the best thing they've produced, I guess, is probably was Avatar produced by them?
Dude, now I gotta Google it. Let me see.
Pretty sure Avatar was produced by Disney.
Yeah, let me Google it on my phone because I don't want to pull up Google search on stream and then we meet something untimely.
Why would that happen, huh?
Well, it happens. Okay, sometimes you show something you're not
Mm,
supposed to. Nothing is open on my browser, but I don't trust Google anymore. Was Avatar 2 Disney? Was it Disney?
I can't remember if it's a
I
Disney
said
production
Disney
or not.
confirmed this. What these news? Disney's vision. Disney acquired Avatar rights as of the $71 billion purchase of Fox in 2019.
Oh, that's right. Right. That makes sense. Yeah, production company 20th Century Fox, which, like you were just saying, was bought out by Disney, so it's technically a Disney production. It's also distributed by 20th Century Fox. So, yeah, so, it wasn't even really a Disney movie in the sense that Disney didn't make it, you know. Disney didn't give the go ahead. It's just it was being produced, not produced. It was essentially just being distributed by Disney at that point because I'm fairly certain James Cameron and Fox probably already had a contract saying that he could make this many movies, this many Avatar movies. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, outside of Avatar, basically everything's been bombing. I mean, kind of starting with Doctor Strange did all right because it came right after No Way Home, which was one of the biggest Disney, well, maybe not Disney movies, but Marvel movies because Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, and you have William Defoe coming back as Green Goblin.
Hmm.
Uh, a lot of reasons. But after Doctor Strange, No Way Home, wait, what? Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I lost the plot on that one. Uh, you see like a downward spiral, basically. Uh, Thor came out, did pretty not so good as
Hmm.
you know, it did better than Thor Ragnarok, which is what people will say constantly, but it came out in a year where the inflation rate is like at 8%. So
Hmm.
you have to like take that into consideration. The inflation rate is at 8%. 2022 2022 had like the highest prices of movie theater tickets ever. I need to check and see, but I'm pretty sure like movie theater tickets are like $14 now.
Yeah, I think they are. That sounds
And
right.
back when Thor Ragnarok came out, they were $8.
Wait, really?
So yeah,
Interesting. Well, I guess if you're just going in like that, I think if you get like a membership, it should be cheaper. But you gotta do all that stuff. It says here on Google, the average ticket price for 2022 was $11.
uh, Thor Ragnarok. Uh, I mean, it's gonna be hard to get a definitive answer, but just looking online, it kind of looks like the average price was around $6 to $7. So that's like what, a 40% increase in ticket prices.
Mm. Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty drastic. And I don't think Thor: Love and Thunder did that much better than Thor: Ragnarok in overall um, gross.
Probably not. I don't know what
I
the
think
actual
I think
gross
it
is.
did like 850 or something like that, and I think Thor: Ragnarok did like 700. Uh, so when you're comparing that to a 40% increase in ticket prices, it
Mhm.
doesn't really look good. It's so just something to think about when you're looking at ticket prices for like 2022, or like not ticket prices, but box office results like from 2022, 2023. Because right now, even like Avatar, The Way of Water, it I think it's sitting at like 1.5, 1.6 billion, which is pretty good. It's good. But if you compare that to Avengers, because it just recently passed Avengers in total box office sales,
Mhm.
and it still might, but if you take the inflation rate and, you know, if you calculate for inflation, uh, Avatar: Way of Water is still like 3 or 4 spots below the first Avengers movie.
Mhm.
Because I mean, you basically lose like 300 million or something like that because of inflation.
Well, not just that, but okay. I know it's gonna sound weird, but you do have a lot of money from China and Russia, probably just China though, that you're missing out on. And the thing is, Avatar released in China, and Thor Love and Thunder did not release in China. I don't know
That
if
is
Ragnarok did.
now that's true. Uh, China's done with Disney.
Yes.
They're not showing any other movies anymore. So that is true. But I would wager if you look at the domestic, just for the US, I would probably say that the vast probably the standard is that the domestic is either stagnating or going down as far as like total domestic gross.
Hmm.
Because you would think with the ongoing franchises, like everything's just getting bigger and bigger, you would think and costing more. That's the important thing. Everything is costing more from inflation to bigger productions. And like these are cascading things, right?
Hmm.
They need to make more money. But these movies, they're not making that much more money, if at all. Some of them are making less money than the previous movies. So that's an important thing to remember.
Yeah, that's pretty important.
So, uh, really lost the ball on that one, but I guess we can get back to the video.
The other MCU properties, the expectation now to have characters really committing to what's happening is lessened due to how many times I have been disappointed. People really seem to just eat this shit up with protagonists that quip and are written in the style of your Stephen Grants or your Tony Starks, or how they rewrote Thor post Avengers Age of Ultron. It kills me, but it's just the current status quo. I understand that Star Wars is needing to be aimed at kids. That's always been their intention. It's just that most of my go-to franchises have nothing to cater for the more mature side of storytelling. It's not to say that I need edgelord content. I don't need sass from my Robins showing the new dark side of Dick Grayson. But for the
Look, but edgy content.
Look,
Dude.
edgy content is hilarious when it's bad, all right? And it's really fucking cool when it's good. So come on,
Yes.
let's not act like edgy content's out or something like that. It's some kind of fad that's out. Edgy content, when done well, is very good, and when it's bad, it's hilarious as fuck. Because
No, for sure.
there has not been a more quoted statement from any Robin ever than "fuck Batman."
I
That's
was
just a
thinking
fact.
that too.
There has never been a more quoted line from any or from any iteration of Robin ever. Any Robin, not just Dick Grayson, but any Robin. You can't think of one.
That's the first one that came to my mind.
Fuck Batman is the most iconic Robin quote ever. That's just it is. And it came from a very, very cringe-worthy, edgy show. But like I said, when Edge is done right, Watchmen I would consider is very edgy. It's very edgy. I mean, there's a scene in there where one of your heroes, one of the superheroes in that movie, literally shoots a Vietnamese woman that he got pregnant because he didn't want to take care of the kid.
Jesus.
That's pretty edgy. That's pretty metal, man.
the
But,
Rex
it works when it's good, and I mean it's just about direction and how much edge is needed. But
Mhm.
like I said, edge is a very good thing in most cases, even in bad movies or shows. So
We're gonna be here for a while. 'Cause I say we've talked for minutes and we've only made it 3 minutes into the.
look,
But we're having a good
we have a lot
discussion.
to say.
We have
We're
a
having a
good
good
discussion.
We're not going to be able to get copyright claimed, man.
You're right.
exceptions like
So-
Arcane, Invincible, and very recently Stranger Things taking the world by storm, it just goes to continuously prove my
Stranger
just
Things?
repeatedly.
What the
These
fuck is
well-known
going on?
IPs that I enjoy
Yeah,
Cumulus
they've
too.
gone-
Marvel is doing decently well for
gone.
themselves at the moment. But the burnout for
They're
these
out there in
shows will
Stranger
kick
Things,
in.
man. They're
People
way out
will
there.
get sick of it if it continues.
I haven't
to be
watched
done
the new
how it is
season yet.
being done currently.
Ugh.
This spread of fatigue will bleed into the other properties Disney is currently working on if they're not careful too. I get comments on my TikTok telling me, "Oh Charles, don't you know Star Wars and Transformers
the
are for
TikTok.
kids?" And like, yes, I know, no
We need a TikTok. That would help.
No, we
AJ.
do not. Shut up. We're not
You
getting
don't-
TikTok.
You're not gonna install it on your phone.
No, absolutely not. No.
Have you avoided it still?
Yes.
Join us, AJ. Join us, TikTokers.
No, it's
Become
bad
an
enough.
influencer.
It's bad enough. The U.S. government knows everything I'm doing on my phone. I don't need the. I don't need.
They're
China
banned
to
on the
know
government phones.
Do what?
They're banned on government phones.
Who?
TikTok.
Oh well, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Why would they not? They're literally. It's literally malware that spies on your phone.
Well, AJ, it
Who
has funny
knows
videos.
what they're doing with the kind of data that they get from everybody's phones? I'm sure it's horrifying. They're probably making their own like mini universe where they're making everybody
They're making
eat
AI.
cats. I don't know.
They're making AI.
Whatever the Chinese government does,
They're going to replicate humans.
they're just making the entire world China so that way they can weld everybody into their apartments and kill their cats.
Oh my God. I will say something about the. Well, okay, maybe not a TikTok, but if we did YouTube Shorts, I think that would help if you want to get some more exposure.
It might help. From what I understand, I feel like YouTube Shorts doesn't help anyone who's already like pretty established. But
No.
it might help if we're like a smaller. But what are you gonna do for shorts?
You know, you bring a good question.
I mean, I guess we could just take little clips, not like make clips of us discussing like little sections, these kinds of videos, these long form videos. We could just take clips out
Yeah,
of.
take like a small clip of it. That'd be good.
Oh shit, I understand this.
The first one was for fucking kids.
Right.
The second three were for different fucking
Very
kids.
deep
And
fried
this
video.
one is for kids.
Is
It's
that
not a very hard concept.
Oh,
It just
okay.
different this.
The first
Is
one
that
was
is that Fred? It looks like Fred. What's his name? Oh shit, what's his name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Um, Freddie Prince Jr. Is that Freddie Prince Jr.?
That might be.
I can't tell because the video is so fucking like you said, it's deep fried.
I mean, look.
But it kind of looks like Freddie Prince Jr.
Freddie Prince Jr.
It's the guy who played Fred in the live action.
Oh, that looks just like him.
That's what I'm saying. Is that him?
I think so. You're saying he played Fred in the live action, like Fred the movie?
No, not Fred the movie. I'm saying Scooby Doo, the live action Scooby Doo.
Oh, yeah, that's him.
But I see the point he's making here, and I hate this point. This point's so stupid. I don't know why people make this point. Right?
Mhm.
Okay? Because his point is these companies direct their movies toward kids movies, or like they're directed towards kids. Right? Scooby Doo, you would say, is probably a kids movie. Transformers, I guess, is a kids movie. Doesn't mean it can't be good, just in general for everybody, because parents aren't gonna want to go watch a terrible kids movie versus a good kids movie,
Mm-hmm.
or at least a funny, like genuinely funny kids movie. Like he says, Star Wars is a kids movie or directed towards kids,
Mm-hmm.
and that might be true, but maybe only in the fact that they only put content that would be acceptable to kids. Right? They're not gonna put like a Leia and Han Solo sex scene in that movie. So then you could say there's not a lot of cussing or profanity. There's not a whole lot of gore in the movie. But so in that way you could say it's directed towards kids, but it's still a good movie in general. You could just say it's a good movie
Mm-hmm.
and it's kid friendly or kid safe, whatever you want to say. And I understand that's kind of the point he's making here. But I guess I'm just going more on this point that everyone else makes, like saying kids' movies are kind of Like, why get mad? It's a kids movie, which is a retarded argument. Why even make
Right.
anything if you're not gonna make it good or do your best?
That's why I loved old kid cartoons. It had stuff that old people could appreciate, and it had stuff that kids could appreciate.
Like, yeah, I mean, original Teen Titans, man, that shit was fucking,
It
that
was like
shit slapped.
classic, timeless.
But think think of Star Wars if they only made it for kids and had that mentality, right? Like they
Mhm.
want to say it was targeted towards kids, but they were definitely banking on people older than kids going to watch this movie. Because if they had made it with just the idea of kids in mind, it would have been like the goofiest fucking thing ever. It would have no like real kind of story, like deep story.
Mhm.
There wouldn't be like other things that older people could connect to. There'd just be jokes and like just dumb humor and cartoonish characters everywhere. But it's played pretty straight for what they want to say is a kids movie. There's people that
Mhm.
die in that movie, and there's like real stakes, and there's ideas and whatnot that a kid wouldn't understand. You see a planet when you're like 5 years old and you see a planet explode, you're like, oh wow, big boom, whatever like 5 year olds say. But when you see that scene of Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi in the Millennium Falcon, they're flying, and he says, it was like a billion voices all got drowned out and then disappeared essentially,
Mhm.
or not drowned out, but a billion voices cried out and then disappeared in an instant. That's a different kind of context that a kid's not gonna really understand. That an adult's gonna be like, "Oh shit, that's kind of fucked up," you know. So,
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
all right, end the stream. End the stream.
Oh god.
What's going on? Do I not need to see the stream?
It's fine. We're not even discussing anything relevant to anything that might spoil you. Uh, just click off the video, Kiko.
Okay.
Very slowly and gently.
Oh, well, good thing I didn't take your word for it because I definitely could have like clicked on his stream at any point in time. I'm sure
Like I
Kiko
said, there's
still
nothing
hasn't done
on
it.
the. There's literally we're looking at an image of what might be Freddie Prinze Jr.,
I don't know
who
what
plays
that is.
Fred from. He plays Fred from Scooby Doo.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's him because the video is rendered in 180p, but
Yeah.
well, we were just discussing the current climate around movies and TV shows, kind of
That's
anime specifically.
mm, I think it's about time for something fucking new.
I think it's
All
just time for good things to come back into the trend.
that's what I
I
mean.
miss when I miss when things were good. I really
Like
do.
I think everything's always not always. Things were so good before we graduated high school, and then like everything was all right for a couple years, and then everything's just gone to shit.
You really want to know what the problem was, right? I'm not blaming him directly, but he's the root cause.
I also have a theory, but I'll hear
What's
yours.
your theory?
A-
I want to hear yours.
And my theory is the same theory of like 90% of what I feel like the internet. Harambe.
Harambe? You think it's Harambe?
I think it's
That could
Harambe's
be
downfall.
what I'm about to say could be a side product of that. I was gonna say it's Trump.
Ooh,
Because just like you were saying, it seems like everything kind of went to shit after we graduated high school.
yeah.
And since Trump got elected in 2016, and I don't know if you knew this, but a lot of people didn't like Trump.
Oh, really?
And a lot of those people lived in Hollywood and produced and directed and were in movies.
You're making
And
some good points here, AJ.
for like 4, 5, and 6 years after Trump got out of office or was in office and then left, uh some would say cheated. Not that I'm saying that, but some would say that, just throwing somebody else's viewpoint out there.
Mm.
Um People were just like shitting on everything even remotely appropriate to the current culture,
Yeah.
which, like 90% of people agreed with to some extent, so things that were entertaining that we liked became not good and not appropriate for Hollywood. So, like, you're not allowed to make a movie anymore without a gay character. You know,
Just like the blacks.
you're not allowed to make black people or Hispanics or really anybody, any kind of ethnicity, not allowed to make them the bad guys or a bad guy. It's all either like white Russians or white Americans, and usually when it's like Americans, it's more of like a political
Rising in my
moral
opinion.
gray area, but they're still on the bad side,
I completely understand what you're saying.
and even to an extent, I understand this movie. One of these movies is from 2012, and one of these movies is from now. But the whole avatars thing, I mean, it's literally just a retelling of indigenous people facing white men. If you think about the first Avatar movie, um, Avatar, what are they fucking called?
What you talking about? The blue people.
The blue people. I can't remember what they're called. But Kiko, do you remember?
Andorians.
Andorians?
Pandorans.
Yeah, maybe.
It's not.
That's
It's
not
not
what.
the Pan. It starts with an N, I think. Avatar.
Not the word I'm thinking of.
Cool. Wait, what?
Kiko. Is it not the word I'm thinking of?
Oh,
Navarians? Navi.
Navi. The Navi. Yes. Uh, the Navi. I mean, they're just like a representation of like just indigenous people, mostly like Native Americans. I mean, just about everything tropey about Native Americans that you can think of is the Navi. Except for a lot of the Native American tribes or even indigenous people, where they go over to other tribes and capture them and start wars and eat each other and sacrifice each other. Uh, Obviously, not all of them, but a good few of them.
Yeah.
Uh, the Aztecs, one of the biggest populations of indigenous people, sacrificing hearts to the sun god.
Oh my fucking god, you stupid ass flies, dude. Oh my god, it's fun cool.
But
Love this
like I said,
game.
the Navi are represented as very, very in tune with nature, super peaceful. Like, I assume super peaceful because they don't even like killing animals. So I don't know. I guess they don't have any conflicts with any other tribes. And what you see the part with Jake Sully going around with his giant ass
Oh,
dragon. Yeah, cop. Uh, you know, making these peace treaties, or not even peace treaties, but more like
demanding them to come together.
these war alliances with other tribes, being like, "You're gonna help us,"
You have to help us.
or I'm going to heavily insist that you help us. As he passes like 15-foot dragon on the shoulder,
Yeah,
he's like, "It'd be
that 15-foot
a
cock.
real shame if we won and you didn't help." And there was no conflict, so that's interesting. Good. Um, And then yeah, I mean you have the humans, and as far as I remember, the vast majority of them were just white people, and they're just a bunch of corporate militaristic guys who are just utterly destroying everything, like not even a second thought. Like they just land their ships, their tanks, their walkers everywhere, just bulldozing all kinds of creatures and Navi and trees and shit. And yeah. So and like I said, that's from 2012, but they didn't really change a lot and really only got worse later on. So what's your current thoughts on anime, Kellis?
Just anime.
Just anime in general. What do you think?
There's a lot of gay shit.
I agree. I get on board with that.
I think there's just too many anime coming out.
I can
It
see
seems
that.
pretty like flooded, doesn't it? Whenever you go to like,
Because it's mainstream now, and everybody's just. It's just like, yeah, let's send out this mid-tier anime that we spent like.
I was talking to Kiko about this, but I think a lot of it has to do with people just consuming whatever anime there is, whether it's shit or not. You know,
Yeah, I can see that.
because a lot of these companies they couldn't afford to have animes that aren't watched because I
Look,
mean their animators are already underpaid as fuck.
this is the
So,
animes for 2023. Look how many there are. Well, just look at the
I'm not
absurd.
I'm not saying it on the stream.
Not seen on the stream.
Wait, hold on. I have to pause. I'm an idiot. Hold on. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm watching.
Vinland Saga
Um,
2, let's go.
Look at the absurd amount of anime that are coming out just in this season.
but like, look how many of them.
Then you have
Like, I don't know.
continuations.
I guess it's hard to judge a book by its cover, right? But none of them like are standing out to me. They're all like super flashy. Like some of them I can point out and have like interesting art direction, sure. But they all look the same. Like all the character models and all that, it all looks the same.
I mean, look at this. This looks like generic style, generic style. This
And this is
even
just
looks like that. Oh wait, that is Danmachi. I was about to say this looks like they just ripped off the Danmachi logo. It is Danmachi.
but you have this is just for the winter of 2023, right?
Yes, this is just the one season.
But look at the ratings. Look at that, 80,000 people, 80,000 people just on this one site.
Oh yeah, people interested
And
in
this is
it.
people on my anime list just going out after they watched it, assumedly, and going to my anime list where they already have an account. You have to have an account with my anime list, and then they're leaving a review. It's pretty wild. And look at it. Look at all these. 7, 7, 7.8, 7.1, 8. Now, am I gonna sit here and believe that all these are like 7 and 8s?
Oh no, that's a different scale, I
Like,
guess. Compared to
well,
these people.
I suppose, but that's my point. Like, would any of us consider like these legitimate like 7 or 8s? Because an
Fuck
8's
no.
like really fucking good.
Yeah,
It's
that's
only
just because
it's
I think
only 2 ratings away from being a perfect.
Now the
And I
only
would
one.
maybe consider Ghibli films or some
uh,
Ghibli films as 10s.
Look, because like if I'm being honest, if I looked at all this and you told me to tell you a single 8 from this, I would be finding a very hard time recommending anything on the bottom half and the top half. But maybe Vinland Saga season 2, maybe. That's a big maybe. That's the only one out of all these anime that are coming out that I would say is
Great things about Vinland Saga. Maybe I could consider that. But you're saying all these
all
these
these,
anime are on
and
the
it's
same
only
level.
a sequel. Yes, is possibly. Oh no,
All
on the
these
same
anime are
level. Then
on the
no,
same level
no, no, no,
as
no, no,
Vinland
no,
Saga.
no. I thought no, they're not. I'm just saying, out of all these, this is the only one that seems stand out compared to everything else here.
And that's what I'm saying. Like these people, they all think that these shows are all on the same level as Vinland Saga.
And this, the only standout show is probably Chainsaw Man. Oh, by the way,
Let me
yeah,
let
did
me
finish that.
let me look at my let me look at my ratings. All right. Let's see what I have my sevens at. Okay.
Chainsaw Man is an
I have Attack
8.7.
on
That's pretty crazy.
I have Attack on Titan season 2 at 7. I have Attack on
You
Titan
have
season
season 2
3
on
and
7.
part 2 at a 7. I have how do I hold on, let me sort this. Probably be easier.
Completed. I go to completed. I don't click anything else.
I go to completed too. I have Hajime no Ippo Fighting Spirit at 7.
Do you have it set by
Champion Road
score, or do you just have it set by alphabetical order?
score right now.
Okay.
I have Gintama season, I can tell what season that is.
Oh no, I have so many 8s. Oh no.
I have
I didn't need to fix this. I think
I have Psychopaths at 7. I have K at a 7. I have Magi at 7.
I respect those.
I have JoJo's Part 1 at 7. I have Devil as a Part Timer at a 7. I have Drifters at a 7. I probably need to put. No, that's probably fine. Violet Evergarden at a 7. I have Ancient Magus Bride at a 7. I think I could pull that up to an 8.
Yeah, I would say probably an 8, like a low 8.
Well, I'm gonna put that up to an 8 later. I have Demon Slayer. I have Demon Slayer season 1 and 7.
That's
I
fair.
have
People would probably rate it like an 8 or a 9 based on animation as
I
well.
have No Guns Life at 7. Now you want to look at my 8s. I don't have many 8s, and I have fewer 9s, and I have 110, which is Spirited Away.
Mine's Princess Mononoke for my Ghibli film 10.
That's fair. For 8s, I have Parasite the Maxim. I have the first season of Overlord. I have Mob Psycho 100. I have Mob Psycho season 2. Oh no, Mob Psycho season 2 is a 9. So yeah.
Mine's a 9 as well.
I have Monster at an 8. I have Death Note at an 8. I think I
don't know.
I should probably pull Death Note up to a 9. Well, no, because the last half, right?
That's what keeps me from putting it at a higher score. is that
Yeah,
last
but I have
one.
Gurren Lagann at 8. Durarara, Jesus, at an 8. The first season of Attack on Titan at an 8. He pulled down Ranking of the Kings to an 8, not a 9. I have Silent Voice at a 9. I have Hunter x Hunter at a 9, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood at 9. But these people are going to tell me that all those animes are on the same level as like Hellsing Ultimate, Fighting Spirit, the first Full Metal Alchemist, Kaguya-sama, Beast Wars, Kizu Monogatari, Psychopaths, Magi, Attack on Titan. Like, where would they put any like legitimate good anime? Just at 10?
Yeah,
Or would
probably.
they just stick them? Or do they like this is what I mean. I feel like everyone just sticks all fucking anime in like the 6, 7, and 8 range.
Not
Like
gonna lie,
shit
I was
anime,
doing that for a while.
shit anime goes to a 6, decent anime goes to a 7, and really good anime goes to an 8. Maybe a 9 if it's like fucking just god tier, but it is wild.
I just feel like your anime list should be something that evolves over time too, or at least in my experience. But okay, this is a representation of the anime when I watched it, right after I watched it, and looking back and thinking about these anime, I'm like, this is way too high for what it was.
You
Kaguya-sama,
do. I definitely think you need to go back and. I don't think you should really rank it like right after you watch it because you get so hyped. Everybody gets hyped when they watch it.
yes, that's why.
Well, yeah, that's what I was talking about, ranking of kings, right? Because me and Kiko discussed that right after he watched it, and
It
we
was
were
really good. It was
we were
fucking
hype as shit.
hype.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Especially when you watch that fucking that
Fight
final
scene.
fight scene. It's
Yeah.
so fucking wild.
See, and then when I look back at some, right? When I look back at some of these, I'm like, yeah, this is more like a 7 or an 8, right? I look back at some of these, like Silent Voice, I'm like, yeah, I can stay at a 10, right? Because I like no matter what, I've never changed my opinions on this. After I watched it, it's always just been
Right.
something
There's some that are
fantastic.
just like they just
Uh,
they stand the test of time at that
Yes,
rating.
it really
You have no doubt. It's like, yeah, it's pretty good. It's like when
to be
you go
honest.
back and look at it, you like, yeah, that needs to change, or that can stay,
Now
obviously.
this
But
is
you
like the
don't.
hardest one for me. I put Hunter x Hunter. I was under the hype, so I gave it a 10. Looking back, I don't know if I even want to detract it. I'm still thinking about it. Like it's is it perfect? I would say I don't think there was anything that I had any issues with in the anime. Like maybe I'm still have those rose tinted glasses from having watched it recently, but I I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. I'm looking back and I'm like, do I detract points or do I leave it as it is? And I think I might leave it as it is for now.
But the main thing is that you're thinking about it.
I'm thinking about it
You put thought
because
behind it, you know.
I immediately
Whereas,
put
like, most people just watch an anime and they consume it and they stuff it in their fucking face, and they're like, "Yeah, that was pretty good. It's like 7 or 8, 7 or 8, yeah." And like all that happened was like characters were screaming and yelling, and there's like some big boobs, and then they put it at 7 or 8,
Dragon
and
Ball
that's
Z.
it. And the main character got isekai to no world, and he woke up and he was like face first into a woman's tits, and
That sounds amazing.
there's a giant harem, and he's the most overpowered character ever, and the
Just
demon
10 for
king is
me.
actually a woman with the biggest set of tits, and he just
And a cock.
like he
And a
motorboats
cock.
her, and now she's part of her harem. And there's that one character that definitely is a woman, but they say is a boy,
hey, I like those
and everyone
characters.
puts it at an 8 or 9,
Hey, that's a pretty good trope.
and that's like every anime now.
You're not
I
wrong.
just feel insulted by the current anime community. They disgust me.
Yeah, like you said, they don't put any thought process after they've watched it. They just are like, "Oh, this is great." Immediately puts a score, ends it, doesn't ever
And
look
this is a
further.
lot of the reason, right? Okay, Cody got a little upset with me one time because I I got really mad at DB because we were discussing movies, and he was like he was arguing with me on movies, and he wasn't even arguing like points on the movie. He was arguing my opinion of the movie,
Oh
and
wow.
like, he was essentially saying something like along the lines of like, "Dude, why do you like? It's just a movie. Just like what does it matter? Like, don't take it so seriously." Or like, he's basically telling me there's no reason why I should be critical of the movie and I should just like it. And I was just like, I was dumbfounded and like annoyed at the same time, and I was like, I just blew up a little bit because I really love movies. That's like my fucking thing. And when somebody tells me not to take movies so seriously, I'm just like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you tricked
like,
AJ.
don't take sports seriously. Don't take politics seriously. Don't take news seriously. Don't take like religion seriously. Don't take anything seriously ever. Like, if that's the case, it's all an opinion. It's ridiculous. I hate that. I hate that shit. Um, but we're discussing Black Widow, and this is like fucking 2 years ago now, and or maybe not 2 years, but like a year and a half ago. like
Gotcha.
after Black Widow came out, and we were discussing Black Widow, and it was me, Cody, and DB in a call, and Cody was like, "Are you gonna go watch the new Black Widow?" And he wasn't gonna watch it, and I was like, "No, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm kind of done with Marvel for the most part. I'm kind of done with just Disney in general." And that was before I had like real concrete reasons to not want to watch anything Disney ever again. And at the time, I was just kind of burned out on Marvel, right? Endgame had just come out, and that was like 11 years in the 12, not 11, but 12 years in the making. I was like, ugh, I'm done, dude. I gotta take a break, right? Like Endgame came out, and that was like, it definitely had problems. It had a lot of problems, and it definitely didn't land with both feet planted. But if you want to say that's a way to end the story, I guess so. Looking back on it, I'm not as fond of that as near as much as like Infinity War, but like I said, there's 12 years of watching of just Marvel movie after Marvel movie, like every single one that ever came out. Watching it on the week of release, if not the day of release, for 12 years. And then, you know, Black Widow comes out, a character that's already fucking died. Why do I want to watch a Black Widow movie? She's dead, first of all. And just me being tired of watching Marvel movies, I'm getting backlash for not wanting to watch it. And I'm like, is this seriously like the state of people watching Marvel and Star Wars? Like, you just have to watch it because it's Marvel and Star Wars. Like, what are you talking about? You're tired of watching it. It's Marvel and Star Wars. And I get the same feeling from anime. Like, you're not gonna watch this shit anime? It's anime. Like, what are you talking about? You kinda understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, you're just watching it because it is the thing, right? And that's I guess that was a long-winded way of saying that's kind of the reason everything's shit right now is because people just kept fucking consuming everything. And so, nobody has to put any effort into putting anything good out because as long as it has the tag of Star Wars or Marvel or anime, it's just gonna get fucking consumed. So why would they ever put out anything good? You know,
You're right. What is that noise?
it's I think helps this game.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I definitely rated some of these too high, but I'm trying to think about what should go down. What deserves to stay as a 10, what deserves to stay as a 9, and what
let's
should
uh
be kicked.
let's go back to those rankings that we're looking at.
Oh, the seasonals?
Yeah. And like I just want to like let's go look at my anime list in general and let's go look at some lower end anime. Like things that have been ranked at like a 4 or 5 or even a 3, heaven forbid, you know.
Is there a way to look at all anime?
I don't know.
Anime. Rankings, all anime. Is there a way to filter? Do you want to use any list?
I guess I don't care.
Okay.
I'm just curious like in general like what would be some like actual low tier anime to people, like to the vast majority of people? Because I feel like, right, it's fair to say that normies aren't gonna watch this like garbage shit.
Mm-hmm.
Normies are gonna watch like your Jujutsu Kaisen,
Chainsaw Man.
maybe your One Piece, maybe your Naruto, like the big things. They're not gonna watch fucking I got reincarnated 300 years into the past as a toadstool.
Hey, that sounds
Like they're just
pretty.
not gonna watch that.
I just finished watching. I got reincarnated as a sword, and there's one supposed to be coming out. I got reincarnated as a refrigerator.
Hey, how about this?
Just-
Did you see about that one called I got reincarnated as a soda machine? That one's pretty cool. I'm not making that up, by the way.
Sure, you're not.
I-
Is
I-
this
that's
as
another
low as
thing.
the rating goes?
I think so.
Like damn near a 6?
No,
That's the lowest it
It
goes?
still goes. It's still going lower.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, I was like, that is horrifying. We're like pretty far. Like we're in the 4,000s. I feel like we need to be like pretty close to like the 6. These don't even have ratings. Hold on, no, these don't have
Hold on.
ratings.
Kiko, click. Oh
Ah,
wow.
these
They
don't have
don't have
ratings.
ratings.
Going back.
Well, on the stream, it seemed like you're just kept going.
There you go. Lowest is a 2.9.
X-Arm. No wonder. Yeah, you heard about this one, right? It was recent.
I've heard about it. I've never
It's
watched
very
it,
recent.
though.
The animation.
Yeah, I do remember this.
No, that kind. That's disgusting.
Let me see.
Now I wonder if like the story's any good and it's just the animation so bad. That's my
Is
question.
X-Arm manga good?
Fuck no.
This is Chinese, isn't it?
It doesn't have a good
It's Chin-
story either. I don't know. The fuck is this? What's going on with my mouse? It's having like an allergic
All
reaction.
right, so X Arm's like pretty like it's pretty special. So like what's the second lowest rated?
2018.
I'll take back everything I said. If Devilman Crybaby is lower than a 5.
So let's look up this anime real quick. Can I stream it on here for a second?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, let's look up this anime real quick. Hold on.
Oh, actually, can I like do this? Is it gonna
But
show my screen?
AJ, Devil May Cry is like rated a 7 or an 8 on Netflix.
I'm gonna close that tab so that it doesn't.
Devilman Crybaby's so bad.
It was the
It's
worst.
So bad.
You know what? It's not the worst.
You've watched it?
Yeah, of course. I watched the whole thing. It wasn't. It was pretty stupid. It was bad. It wasn't the worst, but it was bad.
It's pretty fucking.
Never
Oh.
would watch it again. Do not recommend it.
I think
Oh.
it might be the lowest rated anime I've ever had.
That I've seriously watched through. Yeah, probably for sure.
So this is what this anime is, right? I think I see why it's being low rated. I think it's a fan service anime from what I'm seeing, which isn't bad.
I would like to remind you that there are things like interspecies reviewer though.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, let me finish the whole spiel real quick. It looks like a fan service anime, which I mean, fan service anime can be good, right? If that's what you want when you want to watch something like that. But the issue stems the animation quality, right? So X-Arm, I'll give X-Arm credit. Okay, it's animated. They move. They may look like shit, but it moves. This one, they don't move at all, which might be better than something moving like shit. I don't know. But this is just a slideshow of a sports tournament going on. Vampire Homes? Wait, that sounds pretty cool though.
You gotta say though, XRM is the lowest rated, most popular anime though.
Yeah, 77,000.
Because if you look at the people if you look at it like through a popularity thing, look at the members. It has 77,000 members.
800, 100.
The second lowest one, it has 4,000 members.
This one has, where'd it go? It's 179,000. We're gonna look at
Pupa?
that in a second. Yeah.
Or Pupa? Pupa?
This says here, people just say it's
Vampire
bad
Homes.
ratings.
That sounds fucking retarded.
Hey, I just said it sounded pretty interesting. You know what? But I am the person that liked Abraham Lincoln, the Vampire Hunter.
I'd like it too.
I
Pupa.
don't even know what to say to that. Didn't they make John Wilkes Booth a vampire in that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
That's why he
man.
tried. That's why he killed him, because he's a vampire.
Yeah.
It was good. Fuck
That's
y'all.
funny.
I don't like this description. Okay. What is this? Why are there so many reviews for this? It's based on a horror manga. So is the manga good or not?
It seems the way this guy's describing it sounds like the manga and the anime are basically completely different. It said based on the manga, which kind of leads me to believe that they're not very alike.
It says this was announced in 2013. All the buzz faded. It's finally airing in the fall anime season. Still didn't come out, and it kept getting delayed.
Reviews from 2014.
Yeah.
God, when did the manga come out? Yeah, I guess I would assume in 2014, but
Oh, so it says the episodes are only like a couple of minutes each, which makes a horror anime terrible.
yeah, when you have like super like yeah,
That makes sense.
that's pretty. Yeah, it's kind of retarded.
Says who is this even aimed towards? Fans of the manga will be disappointed. Anime viewers will be confused. That's another thing is this one over here doesn't have any animation, and it's also a couple of minutes per episode.
Hmm. See, that it seems like that's kind of like a recurring theme. So it seems to me like the anime has to be like just like flat out broken in some way or in several ways to get like a genuinely bad review. Which if the anime is like as bad as they're saying, I feel like it should just go down to a 1, you know. If like the animation is like so jank and the story's just awful, why not just put it at a 1? What could be worse than that, you know? Like I'm confused.
I
Like
don't even
even
know.
this, like even at a 3. 3 is 2 ratings away from passing or like
Yeah,
average.
I say
At
these
5
are
is average.
absolute
I don't know if
horrible.
anyone understands. 5 is average. 5 is average. 5 is the middle. It's middling. It's average.
Maybe for you, but 5 for these guys is awful.
I just I don't the worst anime is not a 1 or lower. I don't understand. I really
I
don't.
may have given Devilman Crybaby a 1, but I moved it up. You know what? Should I give it a 5?
No. No, why?
I'm just kidding.
I was about to piss me off right there. You give the God of High School a 4?
I just absolutely hated how rushed the pacing was, but it is kind of
Super
unfair.
rushed.
It was kind of unfair to give it a 4. I might give it a 5. I'll leave it at a 5. Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. I think a 5 is pretty
Garbage.
fair.
Garbage.
How do you feel about the most recent season of Attack on Titan? Tell us.
Do what?
How do you feel about the most recent season of Attack on Titan?
The most recent one? Rushed. Confusing.
The final season, part 2.
That's why.
And now you're waiting for the final season, part 2.
It literally just felt like it was an setup episode.
365 over 2.
Yeah.
30 Days of Night.
See, average anime, I have redo healer here for some reason.
Redo a healer.
As a 5 out of 10.
Me and Kiko are pretty speculative that they're
I,
just gonna make the final season a movie.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
100% sure that they're gonna make
I'm
a
curious.
whole. They're gonna make a whole season, and then they're gonna make a movie, and it's just
Uh,
gonna be. It's gonna be like a whole setup of them telling everybody what Aaron's doing and what's going on. They're gonna gather up all these people and tell them, "Hey, we need to team up." And then it's gonna finally be the movie. Where they're gonna finally see Aaron and all these fucking giant titans, and they're gonna be like in awe, scared shitless, and it's just gonna end so that they can set the movie up.
because the anime, right, ended where like you see the people on Marley and they're starting to see the colossal titans, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Well, to me, it's not gonna like. Well, now that I do think about it, Marley is the only other city we've seen, except for that one that was under siege from the Marlians. Uh, I just see like him actually like traveling the world and destroying it. Like I see like a our actual relevant city, like civilized city, and he's just like, you know what? We'll save this for the fucking movie bullshit.
These are all my average anime. Honestly, I think I'm gonna stop rating ONAs. I just don't think they deserve a rating. Or OVAs.
yeah,
OVAs do not.
there's less than 10 chapters for the last
Mob Psycho.
season. There's less than 10 chapters of the manga left for
Oh,
the
for Attack on Titan?
last season. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you meant Mob Psycho.
There's like 8. So unless they're gonna stretch 8 episodes to be 12, or no, 8 chapters to be 12 episodes, which, considering how rushed the previous season was, if they're gonna do that for it would feel slow for the last season almost. It's interesting. How many episodes came out in the previous season, Kiko?
12.
Can you go down and check?
12.
Was it 12? It was
Yep.
12. They could have just made like
Man,
they could have done it in
notes.
20.
Cool.
They could have done 20, and I think
Oh
they
my
could've.
god. This is the only one that has notes. Ara ara. Oh god.
That's about right.
That is the only one I've ever added notes to. That's fucking crazy.
That's cringe.
Kiko
Listen,
is cringe.
listen. I watched this at a different time. Okay, this is like before color came out for television. That's how far away this is in my perspective of
That
my
was
life.
like last year, I think.
Yeah. So, and you know,
Yeah.
In his defense, he's still wrong.
In his defense, it's a 6.5. It's almost a 7. Most anime
2019.
watchers. So I mean, I don't know. I guess I can't blame him.
Kiko's just cultured, AJ.
At least Chico rated it lower than most other people.
Hey.
Kiko rated it lower than most other people.
Listen, it's a fan service anime, and it does its fan service well. But that's it. There's nothing that makes it stand out compared to other fan service anime.
Teammates.
It is on the same level as these. It's just average. Domestic Girlfriend, Girl on Tuesday, the first My Hero movie. 5, it's kind of rough, but I don't really remember the movie much at this point. Let me
It
look
was
at the
pretty good.
plot.
It was the one that IJ, have you watched it?
No.
Are you going to?
No.
Alright. That's the one where Midoriya and Bakugo team up with he gives him all for one because it's the only way they're gonna beat that dude.
That's not the first movie.
Yeah, it is.
No, really?
Yeah. Oh wait. Or is that the no wait, that's the one where
No, this is the one where they go to that one island with the American professor.
and he was All Might's
Yes.
friend.
It was not canon at all. The one you're thinking of is Might You or whatever it's called, which is the one where they do team up and he gives him his quirk. That's what the original ending was going to be for My Hero Academia before his editor came in and said, "Come on, bro, you can milk this. Look at Attack on Titan, bro. Just keep going, keep writing it." And so he
Keep
kept
milking it.
making it.
Yeah.
They'll never know that you've had like 8 part 2s now.
See, all of these are like these are ones that I'm like looking at it. I'm like, yeah, this deserves to stay here. Actually, no, yeah, you know what? That stays there. These are all just 5s, right? These are all average. Naruto, the last movie, I don't know why that's a 5. It might be a 6, but I'm gonna leave it as a 5.
And then you have Naruto, the first movie.
As a 5 as well. I just thought they were very average.
Yeah, they're
I
just
remember.
Naruto movies.
Which one is the Naruto Shippuden movie one? Which one is that?
This is the one.
No. I mean, like the other one that was talking about. I haven't watched this one. I want to see the other one.
This
Naruto
one?
Shippuden movie 1.
That's the one with the castle, isn't it? Yeah, this is the one with the Shrine Maiden.
Oh yeah, and at the end he's like, "Well, we need to start working on making a new Stride Maiden."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Kaze no Stigma. I watched that, Kiko.
I like it. They gave it a 5 for some reason.
I think I might have gave it a 6. I don't even know if I have it. I don't even know if it's on my anime list.
I might have to give it a 6 because I don't know. 5, looking at this now, I'm like, that's kind of lower than it should be. I would say a 6 is fair. It's definitely better than some of these over here.
At the very least, it was like it had a pretty interesting.
Yes, honestly, it was better than these ones over here for sure. So I'm gonna give it a 6 just because it definitely stood out more. This death battle one,
I don't have it on my anime list.
Carlos, did you watch this one? It was battle in 5 seconds. I don't think Carlos watched this one.
I don't know. I don't remember.
So basically, they have cell phones, and then like they have to battle in 5 seconds.
Yeah. Because it was the same as fucking
The other one, Darwin's Game.
yeah, it's Darwin's Game. Yeah.
Yes. The
Yeah,
death
game.
battle genre was very popular at this time.
Yeah, battle royale genre.
Yes.
They like to call it.
They call it death games.
Darwin's Game. Yeah.
I like
If
both
you
of
die
them.
in the game, you'll die in real life.
I gave it a 6.
Yeah, this Darwin's Game, Glipnir.
Yes, Glipnir as well.
Well, it's a little ahead of its time, but you had a Time Diary.
Yes, Mirai Nikkai. 6. I'm thinking, is that too high? I would give Darwin's Game a 6 for sure. That one can stay a 6. That's good. This one might be a 5. I'm gonna give this a 5. Wonder Egg Priority, that's a 5. 6 is way too high.
You know what I just realized?
This is probably a 5. It was okay.
And I'm like, I don't want to open this can of worms, but I've just opened it in my head, and now I have to share it with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it Boku no Pico at the very bottom?
I was thinking about that earlier.
Why is it not literally at the bottom of? And now I'm afraid to ask where it is on.
Let me spell it.
I don't yet.
I know Boku is a K.
I don't know.
Is that not even on here? Oh, there it is. 4.24.
4.24. That is almost average.
AJ, they keep open minds.
Okay, you know what? I don't agree with this review, AJ. Now, here's why. It seems like you didn't even watch it. If you're not even going to watch it, you shouldn't be allowed to rate it. But also, it's not good, so don't watch it.
Put effort into it at least.
Yeah, well, I would say, if you're going to rate something, at least watch it. If you're just going to say, yeah, I could barely watch it, trash. And I'm just like, you didn't even watch it. I mean, I'm not saying go watch it, if it's gonna make you
I don't
uncomfortable,
know.
but
For cases like this, I might accept like it's unwatchable and don't watch it.
I would
I
accept
might
it,
accept that.
but without a score number, right? I don't think you should be able to put a score number.
I feel, Kiko, we have to go look at top reviews for this.
I thought you were gonna say we have to go watch Boku no Pico. I'm like, AJ, you're fucking disgusting. No.
No, we have to. Let's go look at the top reviews for this. I have to know. Yes.
You are the top reviews, I thought.
Like, I mean, who rated this the highest? That's what I want to know.
Oh,
Rated from, like, highest score.
Oh, shoot. This guy put a number in it? 6. He gave it a 6. I think that might be one of the highest ones here. Recommended 7. What else is here? 9. So 10. These are shit posts, right? These are shit posts, right?
Yes, sir. FBI, we got him.
And hear me out. This is a 10 out of 10. Anyone tells you is lying. Let's start with the story. It's a brand new roller. This is trolling.
He's got to be trolling, right?
This is trolling. This is trolling. He's not even talking about it. 9. This is also
because there's laughing emotes down there, so I assume.
No, but they don't have any. Oh, this one has 1. No, but this is 0. What it says. It's just not.
I just don't understand why it's not a 1. I don't understand.
I feel like it's a joke.
Like, I don't know. Is it a meme to say Boku no Pico's anything but a fucking 1? Is that the meme? Is it funny?
This is a real critic. We're beginning to grow. This is their first review ever. The sadness on his face when he sees a happy couple displays his loneliness.
I do like someone put like the like eyebrow emote, like the suspicious emote down there. That's good.
Confusing.
And 11 people said nice, Kiko. That's what you gotta look at. 11 people said nice.
These are all just tropes. These are just not real reviews. No one really reviews. This is the only real review, and it's a 6. This guy actually watched it and reviewed it without memeing. He actually took his time and effort to watch this and then give it an actual review.
And he gave it a what?
A 6. And
look how many people agreed with him.
That is a lot of agrees.
That is. He said he said it so matter of factly. That is a lot of people. Look at that.
The OVA for what?
Would you look at that?
Piku.
Just look at it.
Please stop. Get off this. That's terrible.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, that is a lot of reviews. Wow. Would you like
I can't. It's hard to look at it's hard to make out the number. How many is that? 10,000?
No, 1,000. Jesus Christ.
1,000.
I think there's that many degenerates. Only 1,000.
Well, there's 1,000. I mean, 10,000 is not that far off.
Yeah.
And these are just the people that agreed with his review.
Yes.
These aren't the people who went out and reviewed their own.
There are no roses and flowers in this OVA. No love, no happy ending. Just a brief glimpse into the life of a man and his lover, who happens to be a boy. I don't know what to think of that sentence, guys. I don't like that sentence.
Pico, I think we found our own bit. I think we found our shorts bit. Going through like really cringe reviews.
Okay, that is pretty good. I can't get over the sentence. Who happens to be a boy? Who happens?
Who happens?
Yes, sir. I didn't realize that my girlfriend happened to be an underage girl. Like, don't. FBI, still, you're going to have to arrest him. It just happens. Oh, what a coincidence, huh?
Mr. FBI, you're listening right now. I'm telling you, this guy right here.
Showing scenery. I don't
Dude, the
know.
whole sentence. The whole next sentence.
Yeah, I'm not reading the next sentence. Um,
Quite the interesting enemy.
Oh God.
Boku no Pico is an anime that does not judge; it merely shows.
That's so
Yay.
fucking terrifying.
It shows and doesn't tell, guys.
I'll show you something
That
and
is
tell you.
that's some shit stuff right there, man. That is some shit stuff.
Just joined a game. Let's join the ground war, and everybody got nuked immediately.
Nice.
4.24. Wouldn't it be right here?
Yeah.
Why isn't it here? Oh, maybe because it doesn't have enough episodes. It's an OVA. I think these are anime.
I guess so. Oh yeah, you got top. There's top OVAs too.
All right. I want to know.
What is Devilman Crybaby on this?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty high?
Probably because
According to Netflix and fucking
there's a
idiots.
lot of dumbasses.
7.76.
7.76.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow, this is kind of high. 4.8.
That is ridiculous. 7.76.
What was I thinking of? What about ReZero?
An 8 or 9.
It's got to be
First season or second season?
first season. Second season is pretty good.
8.24.
I'll take it.
8.35 for the second season.
I didn't like the second season as much. It was
You
like
didn't like it?
no, not as much. Like
Oh.
the first season, I've rewatched it like 30 times. So.
Yeah, I think it was definitely better because it felt more fleshed out. Didn't it have like 20 something episodes? 25. Yeah, it
Yeah.
felt way more. It felt like the second season ended halfway through an arc, even though, I mean, that was the whole arc, I guess. But it was kind of like this one, right? It was like, imagine if they had the original end halfway through what it was. Now,
Yeah. That would have been completely different though.
yeah.
Can we go look at Devilman Crybaby in the list and see what's around it?
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up real quick. It was a 7.7, right?
It was 7.76.
Nico, you're gonna be going for a while.
Oh, yeah, well.
It's nice to see that for an anime to be below a 5, it has to be just like absolutely like fundamentally broken story wise and animation wise. Probably more animation wise than anything.
I'm gonna go so far. What's that? What do I have here? Oh, drop. That's pretty low, I guess. Yeah, I didn't really like that one. Wait. I gave it a 5. They gave it a 6. I gave it a 5. They gave it a 6.
Citrus.
Yeah.
I
Did you watch that?
watched some of it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Puka.
Huh?
Puka.
Puka. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, the sexual assault scene was kind of, well, I dropped the score a little bit, but it's kind of spicy.
Definitely.
Babylon? What the fuck is this? Babylon.
Doesn't even have a 7, so.
I don't even know what this is. I don't think I want to watch this. Why is this on my list? You're getting dropped. How do I delete something? I'm not.
Problem with like anime review scores is that if it's bad, if it has a bad score, like a genuinely bad score, and not just like a 6, which is better than average. If it has like a 3 or 4, it's usually like severely broken. But if it has like a good rating.
Mm-hmm.
If it's at like a 5 or 6, it probably needs to be lower, like almost for sure. And then if it has a good score, like a 7 or 8, it could be a very shit anime like Devilman Crybaby.
I go back. Oh no.
All right, we're starting to get into 7s.
Dead Man Wonderland. I gave it a
Dead
6.
Man Wonderland. Put it at
Mm.
6? Well, the anime, I guess.
Yes, the anime. Wait, what did people rate Higurashi? A 7? Interesting. They gave that one in France a 7? Jesus Christ.
Afro Samurai.
Did you
Put
ever watch
Afro
that?
Samurai at a 7.36.
Did you ever watch it?
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
Watch the show and the movie. Show's better than the movie, but I like them both.
What is this? The fuck is this?
Chico's new anime.
Why is this on here? And I have some anime on my list that I don't ever remember adding. Like it feels like my anime list just adds stuff to me. What is this?
That's not Kiko.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna watch that, but I'll leave it on my list in case I ever
You're a
do.
fucking liar. Shut your mouth. Shut your whore mouth.
I'll leave it on my list in case I do.
Yeah. Gonna
Sword
watch
Art
it tonight.
Online.
Oh, what? Hold on. Hold the fuck
What?
on. They have Oban Star. Go back to Oban Stars.
7.5.
What the fuck?
What you think about it?
Good. It came in Jet X, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I haven't.
Fucking
I need to
awesome.
rewatch it.
It was on Jet X with fucking
What about
like
Zombie Disco?
what was it? Super Team Hyperforce.
Ever seen Hunger Force?
Yeah.
No. What is it?
I know what you're talking about.
It's a hyper force. Hyper Force Monkey Force or no, Super Hyper Monkey Force Go. Came around. It was out at that time. Around that 2004 era. Mark Hamill was in this. I'm a little dumbfounded. Mark Hamill was the Skeleton King. It's crazy. That came out around the time of like Yin Yang Yo, fucking. And the audience score on this for Super Robot Hype. I can't ever say it fucking right. I'm looking at it. I can't say it right. Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Shit. It's a 4.9 at 5. It's fucking crazy.
Damn it, AJ.
What? Oh, we're here.
It's an ONA. I could have gone here this whole time.
It's an ONA. I thought it was under anime when you looked it up.
That's under ONA.
What the fuck?
It's right here. If you
I
watch
don't even know. I don't really know any ONA.
I don't even know what ONA even means at this point.
Original Netflix adaptation.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of these are Netflix adaptations.
All these Chinese ones.
Possibly.
Well, if you want actual anime, I'm at the anime part of it here. These are 7.76s. If you want 7.76 exactly, you have this Techno Analyze anime that I've never heard of. Ranma 1.5. Overlord Season 2. Kokoro Connect is familiar. Kageki Shoujo.
Double is a part timer.
What the fuck is this, bro? Why is all this shit on my anime list?
Double's a part timer.
Higashi no Eden. I think that I've heard that's pretty good. I think. Yeah. Crayon Shinchan's on
I
here.
think we've decided that people who rate stuff on anime have no taste.
Hey, this
think
is
I've
the
made-
Snow White.
I think I've made my point once again.
Oh, this is definitely a part timer, isn't it? Yeah, because most of these are very.
Because go below 7.76, right? First of all, they have Tokyo Ghoul first season at like a 7.79.
Yeah,
Anyway, please.
High Score Girl. That's pretty good. I like that. It's a Netflix anime, but it says TV. Oh, it's weird.
Yeah, maybe I don't know what.
Gochumon wa Usagi Desuka. That's really good. I like that. Rated it below whatever the people really. That's weird. I mean, I guess they're rating it as an 8 just because it's cute and it's like well animated. I'm rating it based on everything, including the animation.
ONA is original net animation. Is an anime that is directly released onto the internet.
Interesting.
I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works with all Netflix adaptations.
To be fair, Tokyo Ghoul is rated lower than this anime coffee thing. But I don't know. I just didn't feel I felt like the ending of the anime was rushed. Shadow's House is here. That's pretty good. Wolf's Rain is here. That's very good. Kikai Sensen is here. Fire Force is here. Data Live is here. Familiar? Bungo Stray Dogs. Beastars.
Second season.
And then you hit the top 500 anime. This is all 500 and above. Somali, I heard that's pretty good. Little Wish Academia, heard that's good. Yuri, heard that's good. Heart. What the fuck is this? Dude. What is this? Why are these on my anime list, bro? I feel like I just added a bunch of random anime. 10,000 users? Oh, I guess it's old, so people probably don't even know about it. It's like I just added a bunch
49 episodes.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, I feel like I just added a bunch of random anime. Oh, it's just 29,000 members.
Is it Blue Period that painting anime?
It's really good. I like it.
Okay.
Ah,
You're the one telling me about it then. Okay.
yes. I would recommend the manga. I don't recommend the anime. It's not that the anime is bad, but the panels in the manga are drawn so well. And this is an art series, so you just want to see the best art you can, and it's all good in the manga. In the anime, I don't know. I just didn't feel the same vibes as when I read the manga. When you read the manga, it feels very magical. It feels like you can actually feel the characters getting sucked into their art and the creation process. The anime just feels like, hey, here's what we drew from the manga, but in color now.
Can I get sucked into anything else, Kiko?
Yeah, pretty sussy. 91 days. What is this?
All right. Well, I think I'm pretty much good on this podcast.
Okay, we're gonna end it. All right.
We went like an hour and a half, so it's not too bad.
Not at all. Almost 2 hours. All right. Well, that concludes the Attack on Titan 20, 30 minutes of talk and then an hour of just anime talk.
Yeah. We only got like 5 minutes into that.
We got 5 minutes of the video. Let me see the exact place. No, it is. 3:53.
To be fair, we had to cut it short a little bit, so.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You're good.
No, you're good. You're fine.
You blame AJ on this.
You had valuable valuable takes on other anime. Which
All
is
right.
always
So I'm gonna end
good.
it. That's the end. Goodbye.
All right. Now for our outro.
Okay. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Rate it? Transition.
Fuck you.
Fuck